Again, third down, they'll go with Elliott. Shows some speed to try to get outside, but there's speed on that other side waiting for him.
Pass interference, defense number 44.
Well, and you'll watch. Here comes the slant. 44's covering, and boom.
In defense for Murray. 2nd and 7. Dak dumps it off. Good move to escape the first hit. Looks Cooper's way, goes down the middle instead. And the Cowboys are inside the 20. Still has it, looks end zone, and it's knocked down. They've already had 4 third down conversions on this drive. Make it 5 as Cooper has it inside the 5. First and goal. He's found 5 different targets. He's going to hand it off. It's Pollard, and he's across for the Dallas touchdown. Running play up the middle. There's a seam as Eckler bounces around right into the heart of that defense. That's not much to that. Took that every time, times 10. Parsons is in at defensive end. Herbert being chased. Able to throw on the run. There's a man there. And it's Keenan Allen standing on the sideline with the catch. Third play. It's Herbert. Intercepted. You just mentioned Diggs. That's his 5th pick in his first 14 career games.
He's seen a lot more. I've seen that happen.
First down, play action. Deep ball, it's there. CD Lamb. 7 for 24 for Elliott. They fake it to him. Got time, and he's intercepted. It was going for Lamb, and it wasn't there. Looked like confusion as Samuel has his first NFL pick. He's already made one great play in the end zone. And the Chargers now with the 45 are going up top. Dumping it off to Eckler. Didn't catch a ball last week in the opener against third and 4. Then back to Eckler. Can he get past 3 Cowboys? No chance. They're on him. And that kick is good. Already in his 6th year. First down carry. It's Pollard.
Watch yourself. Oh, yeah.
Or do I just need to just make it official for everybody here today? Welcome to the show, baby. It is time to get into character.
It's that time. I love this time of year, man. It's my, you know what? Obviously, I collect masks. I got all kinds of horror-themed shit behind me, including the horror-themed Dallas Cowboys as of late. But my birthday's the day before Halloween. I'm a Devil's Night baby, and it's always my favorite time of year. Always the change of season is happening. The horror movies start popping up, and the one fact that we get to lean on today is that most of the time, Dak Prescott does not have 2 bad games in a row. So I'm going to hang my hat on that today, which is why I'm not wearing a specific jersey, because I just don't know what the F to say about this team right now.
Yeah, we don't know which team is going to show up tonight, and that's why I've been advocating for our guy Dak Prescott for the last week, week and a half leading up to October the 13th was Dak Prescott going to have to go into that Spirit Halloween store and get that Jason Voorhees mask and that machete, baby. He going to have to get the shopping tonight, baby, on Monday Night Football, back-to-back primetime games. Welcome everybody to the show. That's Bob. I'm BG, baby. It's in the trenches. It's the pregame show here today. The Cowboys face the Chargers at SoFi Stadium. Where are all my West Coast Dallas Cowboy fans out there? Boots on ground, baby. I need y'all to tap in tonight. I know my cousins is out there strong. They're talking about it on the TV. As many Cowboy fans is out there right now, Bob.
Oh yeah, that's looking good, man. I mean, again, we've got a pretty good showing. If we travel to California, most of the time the Cowboy fans travel to Cali. It's a nice place to go to. Rather expensive, but man, today should be a good one, man. It's another night game. It's another prime time spotlight for the Cowboys. Again, I just don't feel like Dak gets embarrassed 2 weeks in a row. It doesn't seem like that happens with him. There's a couple things to kind of talk about tonight, but one of them is going to be all about preparation. So I know you're going to talk something about that.
Let's go down memory lane just a little bit, as if you were tapping in with us on the pre-show there. You seen the little music, there's the highlights from last time the Cowboys went into SoFi Stadium and got that dub, baby. It was a last-second field goal by Money Mayher. Yours truly was there. But here is the numbers from the last time the Cowboys went in on a 20-17 win over the Chargers.
Look at them rushing yards.
Look at all the offense in this game in 2021, as there's going to be a ton of offense here tonight. Most likely we're going to get into the numbers on the over-under for the Cowboys and the Chargers. But taking a look at these numbers, look at all those numbers, Bob. Look at all of that offense. 400 yards total offense on both sides of the ball last time we seen each other at SoFi.
409. They couldn't make 420 yards just for me. Yeah, that's crazy. With the 221 passing yards is nuts. Is kind of, I guess, middle of the road for us to see. The fact that 313 was thrown on us, that's super freaking surprising. But unsurprising is the 198 rushing yards on our side, which if we get something like that pop, if we get something like that pop in any night of the freaking week when we play, you could probably call it a lock for Dallas. But
check out these numbers here, boy. I know Dak haters and folks that are very disgruntled with our guy Dak right about now. Yours truly, I get disgruntled with him too, but I shake it off. The next day I wake up, I'm a little bit more optimistic. I don't live my total life in denial, but Dak 23 of 27, only 4 passes missed, 237 yards, 0 TDs, and an INT. That was in that highlight. There was some of those highlights as we were coming in there from that 21 game. But Tony Pollard, look at this, 13 carries, 109 yards, 1 TD. Ezekiel Elliott, 16 carries, 71 yards, and 1 TD, man. And I'm glad that you said that coming in tonight, baby. Dak is not going to have 2 bad games in a row, because y'all know I got my keys to victory here tonight. And the first key, we're going to change it up just a little bit here tonight, Bob.
Let's do it.
You talked about Dak Prescott not having 2 bad games in a row, and I'm with you. I don't believe it's going to happen, especially on prime time. So the first key of the victory tonight is going to be Dak going to have to take care of the ball. He threw a pick against the Chargers in 21 against this team. He threw picks last time he played, 3 picks against the Niners. We know Jalen Hurts is the king of picks right now in the NFC East. So shout out to all them Eagles fans. Follow the leader with Jalen Hurts. But Dak Prescott going to have to take care of the ball tonight. No turnovers, Dak. No fumbles, no picks. I mean, Dak, you're going to have to kill the noise tonight, baby. You're going to have to check all the boxes. And the first one is for Dak Prescott to take care of the ball, baby. No turnovers tonight. Now, I know this Chargers team is not very good defensively. As we're going to take a look at some of the Charger numbers here, we'll pull those up. But the Chargers,
let's not forget that little punch that happened last week with Pollard. He needs to keep his grip on that ball too, man. He's not quite as loose as Zeke was, but he's loose enough for me to kind of always cringe whenever he's got that ball if anyone's near him.
Yep, exactly. Shout out to everybody tapping in here. We're live on 3 locations. We're live in Facebook. We're live in OAT BDG and on the Cowboy Cousins exclusive supporter group. Shout out to all of the green badges tapping in here today. Without y'all, this content wouldn't be possible. This show in the trenches every week is brought by our green badges. But Russell tapping in says, national TV, we need to prove our point, stay positive, and be first off the ball tonight. Exactly. We're going to get into that because the physicality that we seen the Niners put on them boys last round. We heard Dak Prescott say it in the media after the fact. We got punched in the mouth. Well, this defense of the Chargers is not that great, but I will tell you this, Kellen Moore offense under Herbert is sitting at number 5 in the league right now, 27.5 after the Niners and Shanahan put a 42 burger on these boys. You don't think Kellen Moore is sitting back tonight with Justin Herbert, who's only thrown 1 interception under Justin Herbert under the first 5 weeks, baby, 27 points per game. They're averaging 119 rushing yards, 288 passing yards. Will this defense show up tonight? That's going to be the question. Which of these defenses is going to show up tonight?
Look, we've got to lock it down, man. I think we greatly downplayed Diggs going out. And I don't want to go back to old shit like we talked about before. But Diggs not on this team is a massive situation for us because he took if you don't want to say he took half the field away, he took 25% of that field away wherever he was. And he definitely made sure that you thought twice about throwing to the guy that he was covering. Now he's gone, which means everyone is shifting it to different positions that either they're probably not in a lot, which means they don't get a lot of reps in that, and they're not doing real well. And I'm hoping this week they focused in on that, because last week was not just an embarrassment offensively, but defensively too. I actually don't know sometimes where our team goes and how come they show up in some cases. And I'd love to see them play up to their competition as well as we play down to them. But it's really going to be a tough situation today for our defense, because they're going to throw everything at us. And there's going to be trickery, because Kellen Moore loved doing that. Maybe not at the right time, but defense needs to be on point today, because they definitely were not last week. And Herbert and their running back, they can do some damage, man, if they get on a roll, man.
Yeah, especially with Austin Eckler back. Has been out since the first game of the season with an ankle injury. He's returned tonight. We know the Achilles heel has been stopping the run for the Dallas Cowboys, who went out and drafted Mozzie Smith. I don't know. He's been kind of missing. But anyway, we still need to hold this run game down. Y'all know it's stat pro quo. We've got to hold this team, especially with a returning Austin Eckler tonight. When it comes to the ground game, that's going to be the second key of the game. Y'all know nothing's going to change much there. But we're going to take a look at this over-under, because like you said, it's going to be a lot of points scored tonight. I believe the Cowboys will cover on the over again tonight. We're going to take a look at these numbers by BetMGM. Y'all know BG like to keep it official. But the Cowboys are currently 2-point favorites on the road at Sofi Stadium, a.k.a. AT&T West, where all my boots on ground fans out there. I know y'all know I was there last time by. It was a ton of Cowboy fans, and I expect to see the same tonight. But 50.5 is the over-under on this team. I see some folks already starting to throw the projections up there. But when it comes to numbers, this team is going to have to hold this rushing offense of the Chargers. They're averaging 119. They're going to keep them under 100 yards. They're going to have to control the line of scrimmage, a.k.a. in the trenches. Because we see what CMC did to us last game. We see what the run game did last game. And I'm most scared about Kellen Moore and this offense, especially because of how successful Shanahan is with the misdirection on the offense, to give some plays, those window dressings, to make it look like it's not such. And then all of a sudden you got a receiver wide open. I'm interested to see what adjustments Dan Quinn is going to make, especially who's going to know who. Is DQ going to get the best of Kellen Moore, or is Kellen Moore going to get the best of D Quinn? But when it comes to this run game tonight, second key to the game ball, they're going to have to keep Austin Eckler and this run game in check at SoFi Stadium, averaging 27 points under 100 yards.
Yeah. That's not even a joke. And going back to Mozzie Smith, if you go back and pay attention to what he's done when he's been on the field, he has actually been doing his job. The thing is, he's also in one of those sort of like glamorous positions where he's going to be asked to eat up a bunch of blocks. But the situation is if you're a DT and you get beat on your blocks and you get moved back, that's the problem. And he hasn't had that happen a lot this year at all, really. He's done a solid job, but he's also not a sack machine. And I don't think that's the reason why we brought him in. We brought him in to stop the run, but he hasn't been in there a lot during some of those times we've been getting gashed. So we don't really have a lot of cross section of work from him.
I agree with you 100%. So it's going to be, the Cowboys going to have to respond. If you heard Tyler Smith on the official Dallas Cowboys website, they posted a reel where he said, "We will respond." And that's about all he can say. I am curious to see how the Dallas Cowboys are going to respond tonight, especially after a shellacking on prime time by the Niners. You know, they won their midseason Super Bowl. So congratulations. We know, how things change in just a matter of 7 days. Right, Bob? We were talking about that word parity. Spell it with me. Parity. We were talking about parity, right, Bob?
We were in fact talking about parity, and it's exactly what it's all about. It's any week, man. And we were also saying, I was saying earlier, look, man, you're not the same person today as you were 7 days ago. So you can't expect 22 people to do the same exact thing 1 week to the next. It doesn't work that way. Too many variables in this game. There's a lot of mental stuff players have to deal with now from social media. All kinds of stuff comes into account every single weekend, and Vegas comes into account as well. If you pay attention to specific TikToks too, but yeah, it's different. And every week we got a chance. At least every week we got a chance there are some teams out there that you know damn well they're probably not going to win every time. But Dallas still has the squad to do it. It's do they put it together? Is the problem Mike McCarthy's vanilla offense, like we love calling the Dallas Cowboys offense vanilla? I mean, I don't know. It's going to be a tough thing to stop when it comes to the Chargers because of what happened last week. If they get their head out of their ass and they had a good week of practice, I think we'll be okay.
Yep. Shout out to all the ladies tapping in here tonight. Do me a favor. If you're tapping in here, ladies or men, for the first time, do me a favor. Make sure you leave us a comment. Let us know where you're tapping in. I'm feeling the vibe here. Kelly is basically like out there in DMV area. She says, I really don't have a score for tonight. This team needs to show me. Like, I'm with you. Which team is going to show up? And that's why I've been saying Dak Prescott, hopefully Jerry Jones will drive Dak Prescott and his Bentley around the corner with his flip phone, break out about $60 off his money clip, and give it to Dak and say, now go in there and get you that machete and get you that dang mask, man. And we're going to get to chopping it up tonight on Monday Night Football. Dak Prescott run in there, get this ski mask, baby. He's going to have to turn in to Dak Voorhees because I'm quite frankly tired of the noise, if you know what I mean. And the Cowboys are coming up against their bye week next week. So what does that mean? This win is even more critical. The Cowboys have to respond tonight. Otherwise, we are going to get a response from all the haters and all your favorite alphabet, 4-letter and 3-letter alphabet networks over the next 2 weeks. It will be a long 2 weeks, but I'm with you, Kelly. Which team is going to show up? You're going to have to show me tonight, baby. Which Dallas Cowboys defense is going to show up? Is this red zone offense going to show up? I mean, can CeeDee Lamb get some targets? Did you hear what our owner had to say about CeeDee Lamb getting targets earlier in the week, Bob?
No, I did not. What did old Joe say?
Yeah, well, they asked him, well, what do you think about CeeDee Lamb to some effect, him getting more targets? He is the wide receiver one, and Jerry, with a Jerry-ism-like response, says, well, I don't know about all that. Maybe we should be getting equality or equal passes around to other wide receivers and tight ends. And so I had to pause for the cause on that. You got a wide receiver one, which some folks are trying to question right about now, especially on your favorite alphabet networks. But, yeah, I'm curious to see red zone offense, which offense is going to show up, which defense is going to show up, because the next key to the game, baby, the next key to the game is this turnover team. This team that gets points, like Micah Parsons says, this defense is going to have to show up and show out tonight. One interception under Justin Herbert as Kellen Moore, the offensive coordinator. Were you hearing that narrative last season, Bob, when we had Kellen Moore before he was gone, that maybe a big part of the reason Dak Prescott threw so many picks was under the tutelage of Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator?
Yeah, and again, I don't know. I don't buy that, only because like the coordinator's not going to force you to make a pass you shouldn't be making, because as a quarterback, you're going to throw the ball to the person who's open. So just because you've got a hot guy or someone that you know is going to be the route that you're supposed to go to, and they're not open, that doesn't mean that Dak's got to throw that ball. But I also think the kind of offense that Kellen Moore put into place with us was not so much a balanced offense as it was misdirectional pass offense. And we were passing at very inopportunistic times, like goal line and 3 yards or some shit. Like, we were doing a lot of weird stuff, and we abandoned the run a lot under Kellen Moore. I thought maybe we'd see more of it, but again, I think our line has been such piecemeal up until last week that we haven't had really the ability to do it. So maybe we got 2 weeks in a row with the same starting offensive line, and we can get a run game starting, because we're going to need to be balanced, because that's exactly what San Diego does. Exactly. Los Angeles, sorry. Los Angeles, my bad.
LA, San Diego, same shit. I'm with you, baby. But taking a look at this potent offense of the Chargers, the return of Austin Eckler is going to give them a boost there tonight. I don't know. This Dallas Cowboys defense is going to be having to get down south with the quickness and putting some pressure on Herbert. Herbert's one of the bigger quarterbacks in the league. He got a damn cannon for an arm. And, I believe this pass rush defense tonight, if they can get after Justin Herbert, turning over, like I said, the turnover team, the points that scores, off of turnovers, that team that Micah Parsons was talking about, turning over Justin Herbert is going to be key tonight. This defense is going to have to get back in the mix. That's the identity of our team. And in order for this offense to get going, this defense is going to have to play and get some turnovers to give this offense some chance to score in this game. Now, I got it as a high-scoring game. I see everybody's scores coming in. We're going to recap, all these 3 keys to victory right quick that we blazed through. So welcome to the show. If you're just tapping in, as always, give us a shout out. Let us know where you're watching from. But yeah, Bob, turnovers tonight, especially Diggs down. I think Bland is out. Let's pull up the official injury report for the Dallas Cowboys, shall we? We're pretty good at that, normally doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mike Rock looking out. I was talking to BG about that earlier. No Deuce Vaughn tonight. We are moving up Malik and keeping Vaughn out for some reason. At least, I don't know. Yes, does he have to stay active as a running back in order to be on special teams? I don't know. But, yeah, he's not active tonight. Or he's not going to be in the 3rd running back position.
Yeah, dang, boy, look at this injury list. Is that the whole team? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Damn. Is that like 18 people? Are you looking at this, Bob? Do you see this? All unspecified. Only one out is currently Leighton Vander Esch. We know CJ Godwin, Leighton Vander Esch had some injuries last week. It's going to have them out for an extended period of time. You see CJ Godwin did not practice. Still maybe trying to get the word on that. But the way this defense is shaping up in the backfield, according to this injury report, I mean, the Dallas Cowboys have taken a lot of injuries coming into this week, and Dan Quinn is going to be pivotal with this pass rush up front. I'm expecting to see some aggressiveness tonight as we get back to that 3rd key of the game. First key is Dak got to take care of the ball, baby. Dak going to have to take care of the ball. The Cowboys run game is going to have to get back in effect, like you said, Bob. Both Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard scored. They had just about 190 yards against the last time we played the Chargers last time. And then lastly, this defense, they're going to have to turn over Mr. Justin Herbert tonight. And I believe it's going to start in the trenches on this pass rush.
I'm having some audio issues here.
Thank you, Kelly. Yes, Godwin is out for the season. LVE is out for the season too as well. So, yeah, I had Deuce Vaughn in one of my fantasy football leagues. I thought maybe he might get some run tonight. So that was pretty bad news, so to speak. And you talking about Malik there. So I don't know. Maybe the run game is going to get effect. Maybe the Cowboys can get this run game back under center, pun intended, against this Chargers defense. So with that being said, I got it on the over. Let me see your predictions. Throw them up there in the comments tonight. The over-under, like we said, per bet MGM is 50.5. The last time these two teams faced off, it was 23-20, I believe. Right, the Cowboys won. 20-17. It's only 37 points. The last time these two teams faced, the Cowboys have been popping on the over normally. And I believe the Cowboys get not only this offense back in order, but going back to that 3rd key of the game, I believe the defense gets a score tonight. They're going to have to turn over Herbert. They're going to have to turn over this offense, maybe a Eckler fumble, pick up, scoop, score. Defense is going to need to score tonight to get this noise killed. You know what I mean? This noise about this Dallas Cowboys defense being a fraud. It's funny how, all these pundits are saying that now the Jets is a real team because they beat the Eagles. But when the Cowboys beat the Jets, a few weeks ago, everybody was telling us it wasn't no real team. Well, we know how that goes. They're going to continually move the goalposts, but defense is going to have to get it in tonight, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna have to really make it a mess for these guys, and we've got the people to do it. And I'll tell you what, it's just like Jerry. After a loss like that, we lose 3 different positions or 2 different positions to injury. Jerry goes out and picks out a linebacker on free agency and brings him in when we could have done that when Overshone went down. But again, it's just, I don't know, man. It's such a weird thing that we wind up doing. I felt like that was just sort of like a social Band-Aid that they were like, oh, look what we did. We picked up a linebacker after that loss that's going to help us out. Big deal. That dude's definitely not Fred Warner or whoever the hell the guy is for the 49ers. But I still think our core team is strong enough to beat this team tonight. And like I said, we just don't go through these losses 2 times in a row, man. It doesn't happen. Defense has got to be ready to lock it down. I'd like to see Dowdle get a couple picks tonight. If they want to try us deep, maybe that'd be smart. I don't know, man. Our safeties are actually pretty good, but I don't know. It's tough. It's tough, man. It's going to be two pretty good teams that I think that are pretty equal.
Yep, and speaking of which, LVE went down. That's right. We got a hole in this linebacker unit now with LVE being out. The Cowboys went out and got a Rashaan Evans. Used to play for Tennessee down there at ATL also. Pretty good replacement. And as you see his comments there, he says, shit, I could play this week if I wanted to. Now, I think, does that mean because he got signed to the practice squad, is he going to learn enough? As we seen a Randy Gregory, who the Niners traded for and got from Denver last week before we played them. We seen him showed up on the roster this weekend, which it didn't matter. I think he got a sack out there, but we know the Niners lost that game up there in Cleveland. But when it comes to this linebacker unit, which causes the pause for the question, will we see Micah Parsons at linebacker a little bit more now with the absence of LVE? Because, you know, Dan Quinn's been moving this guy around his defense, Bob.
I was not 100% a fan of Micah being full-time rushing end. I thought it was always smarter to have him in different positions because chances are, if you're not beating him off the line, you're not going to beat him off as the linebacker coming through those gaps either. I thought it was always smarter to have him in different positions because if you think you got a tackle that's going to keep blocking Micah on one side, all of a sudden he's not the end. He's the linebacker. That's a mismatch. And I think that it would be smarter for us to keep him going between those positions as opposed to keeping him so solidly as a rusher. So that'd be great to see him at linebacker because that's what he excelled at in college, man. I think it would be absolutely detrimental to just keep making him rush the pass because I don't know if you folks noticed this. I felt like I saw at least the last two games that he was neutralized in, which was the Cardinals game and the Niners game, he looked very, very like deflated on the sideline, and they were just chipping him and making sure he had nothing to do with any plays he was in. He gets discouraged pretty quickly. He's still a young kid, so I think having him in different positions, at least switching between linebacker and end, would be better for him.
If you follow BDG here, you've seen I post that picture. I follow Micah Parsons on Instagram. He went and got a haircut, so I'm expecting him to come off that line of scrimmage about 0.3, 0.5 seconds, a little bit faster tonight. But shout out to my guy, Tomas Carrasco, the lone Charger fan who supports Cowboys content. I love you, my brother. I could never hate you. May the best team win tonight. You know what I mean? I know you're out there. You're hoping that Kellen Moore and this offense, especially with Justin Herbert, can stick it to us, you know, like the Niners did last week. Well, we're going to find out because y'all know I'm going to be live at the halftime. So shout out to my guy, Tomas, the Charger fan who supports the content here. So that is just an example. Good shit. If you're here and you're hanging out, you like to come to the barbecue, you make a plate, you may fix you a drink or two from time to time. That's cool. We'll allow you around here, but be like my guy, Tomas, especially a fan of the other 31, supporting the BDG content here. Is not a Cowboys fan, so shout out to my guy, Tomas, been here about 6 to 8 months now, supporting the content. May the best team win. I would never hate you. It's not that kind of party. You know what I mean? So thank you for your support, but yes, Micah Parsons got that haircut, baby. He going to have to come off that line a little bit better. And other than that, we're the real leader of this team stand up tonight because last game, while we was getting busy punching them out like Dak was saying, I didn't see no Dez Bryant-like attitude. I didn't see no Jason Witten-like type attitude, like that seniority type of feeling, like get your ass in check. You know, like Troy would run around up to the offensive lineman and say, this shit is junior league. You know, I want to see who's going to check this team tonight on the sideline, especially like what you're saying, when the body language don't look right, if the Cowboys can get to that point. But they come out and handle business in this first quarter. Y'all see. Y'all know I'll be live here at the halftime tap in, and then we'll both be live here for the post game after the show. You know, win, lose, or tie, BG and Bob, we're going to go live. It's going down no matter what. So with that being said, Bob, 50.5 on the over-under. What's your prediction tonight? Did you already throw it up there?
I didn't, man. I'm kind of I don't think I want to make a prediction, man. I'm going to take my hat out of the ring on this, man. Yeah, I don't want to do it.
Really scared? Now you scared, boy. I'm telling you, Cowboy fans, we done got beat in submission so bad we can't even give a prediction anymore. I'm with you, man.
I think putting it out there just makes it easier for me to be wrong, and I hate being wrong, man. So I'm just going to not call it this week. I'm going to take it out and bow out. I'll tell you this much. I don't think anyone today in today's game wins by bigger than 14 points.
Oh, yeah. It's funny you say that because my prediction is 35-17. Them Cowboys win. They're favored by 2 points on the road. That'll be on the over. That's around 52 points. The over-under on it is 50.5. So if you're tapping in with us now, even if you're a hater, let us know your projections. Let us know your predictions. Throw them up in the comments below. We want to see who is on their A game here today. And if you don't want to give a prediction like my guy Bob or like my girl Kelly, I understand. Like, you know, we were talking about this before we got in the show about how Cowboy fans take about 3 to 4 days after a loss every week to recover. Right, Bob?
Yep.
Talking about our guys out there. Some folks, you know, I remember going through that phase where after a loss, on lack of victory Monday, like I was in a funk for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah,
I logged out of social media. I didn't take no phone calls. I didn't answer no questions. Well, you know, that's how you got to become built different, baby. You know what I mean? Because fucking with these Cowboys, like y'all hear me say all the time, you got to drink a little something or you got to smoke a little something to deal with these Cowboys, baby. So we're going to see, like my guy Bob said at the beginning of the show, which of these teams is going to show up. Now, I need Dak to just show up with the mask. I hope Dak shows out tonight. I want to see my quarterback start wearing black shades, coming to the presser, giving folks really something to talk about. But most importantly, his game going to have to do the talking. We're going to need Dak Prescott's game to do the talking tonight on Monday Night Football, baby, because back-to-back on prime time, no, I'm with you. I don't see the Cowboys catching 2 L's, especially on no prime time on the end of week 6.
Hey, and Tomas Carrasco, I would love to take the information you gave us about your defense and cornerbacks being suspects, so we'll see a lot of air attack. I would love to believe that. It's just not. Let me tell you, it's just not one of those things that happens a lot, man. And CeeDee Lamb for me is really one of the only guys on this team that has that. As much as we've heard about how Brandon Cooks is a burner, that dude has not done anything deep, man. I mean, hell, homeboy from the Colts that was on our offense last year at least had one gigantic, like 50-yarder one at one point. It seems like just a lot of the wide receivers are not either getting open or they're not being seen. Well, but I'll tell you at the very least, Dak's not seeing a lot of the field on some of these games, man. I've seen a lot of people open when he should be throwing them.
When we go 3 and out 7 of 8 series,
yeah,
you know, it's hard to get any kind of rhythm. As Dak came up on the podium and said, you know, we didn't get in any kind of rhythm, especially against the Niners. They couldn't even get any first downs. Like we couldn't even, like I said, can we just carpe first down? I know the whole team motto is carpe omnia. That's just seize everything. But can tonight will the Dallas Cowboys come out and seize a first down? That's how we get it rolling, baby. And I believe once they get it rolling, maybe we might see a little something tonight, because this defense of, especially the secondary of the Chargers, is a little bit suspect, if you know what I mean. And that's why I think it's going to be on the over tonight. My prediction is 35-17. If you're just tapping in, make sure you throw your prediction up there tonight. My guy Bob said he not with it. I understand there's some Cowboy fans that were just not comfortable putting their predictions out there, especially after that demoralizing loss last week at the Trenches Stadium. Now, this is back-to-back road games for the Cowboys on the West Coast. You know the best coast. We got this bye week coming up, so it's going to be important for us to win this game, to shut down this noise. So Dak Prescott got to take care of the ball, baby. You are the leader. You're going to have to do it. There's a lot of folks not believing in you right now. You can see they're in these comments right now. It says, if you got to count on Dak, we're going to lose. Well, I mean, we got to have a quarterback. And it's not like Cooper Rush, or it's not like Trey Lance going to be in the game. So even if Dak got to turn around and hand it off or throw some dink and dunk passes, nevertheless, he's going to have to take care of the ball tonight. He is QB1. He is going to have to get it done. And I believe if he come out with that Jason Manson machete, like I said, from Spirit Halloween, Bob, I think he might have a chance to start killing some of this noise, especially as we're up against this bye week over the next couple of weeks, where we'll host the Rams at AT&T Stadium on October 29th. But it looks like Kelly said a fight just broke out on the field. Say, what?
Tomas is coming in with a great comment too, man. And I'm glad you brought that up, because it's something that me and like the tight circle of Cowboy friends that I have talk about. We try not to bring too much negativity out, especially when I'm talking official America's team and BDG group. We try not to do too much of that. But the fact is, you are correct with your very, very beginning of your sentence right here. Dak stares down a little too much. That is my biggest problem with my friend Dak Prescott.
Hell, he even stares down, looks away, and comes back. I mean,
right.
Dak is sending emails out there essentially like, "Oh, this way. I'm gonna look this way."
Do it.
Damn, the whole email then got intercepted. You know what I mean? That's what happened. You know, especially with him throwing the ball up. I don't know where he was chucking that long one up against the Niners. You know, when they picked him off on that long, he was trying to throw a Hail Mary or something. I don't know, but Dak going to take care of the ball. But thank you, Tomas, for adding some context here. Charger fans supporting the content. We do coexist. I love my NFL fans that love to keep it football, and y'all ain't in your damn feelings all the time around here in my comment section.
I would look, Joshua Jones, we are trying to be realistic.
Hey, I like it, baby. 17-3. What would it be like to hold this fifth rank? Is it the fifth rank? Let me take a look. Or was it the seventh rank? Yeah,
They're
fifth
high up
rank
there, dude.
offense. Fifth rank offense. We hold this fifth rank offense of 3 points. That'll be a statement.
Yeah, that'd be pretty heavy.
Exactly, Mike. We went to the Pants Stadium and got the damn pants beat off our ass. We need our pants back tonight down there at Sofi Stadium. I'm with you, baby. It's time to redeem yourself. Make them button flies while you at it.
Button flies. Woo.
All my old heads out there know about button flies. You know, I don't deal with them zippers.
They're safer, man. They're just plain safer. Unlike our offense.
But yeah, that's the keys to the game here tonight as we are on the pre-show in the trenches, the pregame show with your boy Bob and BG. First one is Dak got to take care of the ball. No turnovers. I mean, I don't need you catching Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is the leader in the NFC East right now with 7 picks. Dak, please don't throw a pick tonight. Thank you very much. So we can ride Jalen Hurts, you know, the leader over there for the next 2 weeks. Second, ground game. It's going to be interesting, especially with this, maybe this moving to Malik around, up and down, maybe not seeing any deuce. I don't know. With Tony Pollard, like we said, Tony had over 100 yards against the Chargers last time and a score. Zeke had a score last time. We had Zeke with the Chargers too. So can the Cowboys get this run game going? Is that what's going to be looking like to establish this run game out early?
That's my call. My call tonight is I think we win the game today. I wanted to say because of Tony Pollard. But we've got enough running backs to keep him spelled where maybe the combination of at least 2 or 3 of them might equal 198 yards on the ground again. And if that's the case, I think we win the game because of the running back. I would love to see the offensive line do a good enough job for that to come true tonight.
Yep, and let's just take a look at the Cowboys numbers before we get ready to wrap up here. So if you're tapping in with us late, make sure you leave us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Here's the Cowboys via Stat Muse. Y'all know I like to talk about the numbers in the trenches here. The Cowboys coming in, actually the 6th ranked offense right behind the Chargers offense. We're allowing 16 points. That's what I said, 17 points tonight at a minimum. 35-17 was my prediction. On the ground, 124. We got significantly less passing yards in the game, but we know why, because Dak ain't been throwing no damn touchdowns to no wide receivers. We ain't really got no Texas Coast offense. All this Texas Coast offense that looked like they came into the saloon with them 6 shooters, baby. You know, you walk in the saloon, you got your 6 shooters on. It looked like Dak that came in with the 6 shooters and he pulled them out. He was like, pew, 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 pew. You know, he ain't had no bang. He ain't had no bang, pow, bang. He didn't have none of that. So hopefully we see a little bit of that tonight. I believe it's going to be on the over 35-17. So throw your last-minute predictions up in there before we get out of here, baby. It's exciting. We're wrapping up week 6. 6 weeks in a row, Bob. In the trenches, man. We've been live here, baby, in the gym. How you feeling?
I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. By the way, I'm about a week and a half away from harvest from my pre-98 Bubba Kush plants. So keep an eye out on my YouTube channel for that. If you guys haven't subscribed, please to Cultivating with the Cannabis Cowboy. I have posted a couple comments in the comment section if you want to go ahead and follow that. But check us out. It's going to be great, man. It's like my all-time favorite strain. I'm so happy I got a chance to grow it.
Look at that. We're turning non-believers into believers. We got Charger fans picking the Cowboys over the team tonight. You know, I'm just messing with you, Tomas, but I see you. I'm with you, baby. This defense is scary. You don't know which Dallas Cowboys team you're going to get. And if you get that team that's the turnover team that gets points on the defense, yeah. Going to be a lot of people tapping in tonight on Monday Night Football. You know, all the Niners fans that got that L yesterday, all them Eagles fans that got that L yesterday, you know where they at tonight, Bob. They all having a watch party at each other's house. It's the Giants, it's the Commanders, it's the Eagles, and they even called their buddies up, the Niners, to come watch Monday Night Football together so they can all go over there and collect some memes on NFL memes, baby. They're waiting for their Cowboys loss tonight, Bob.
That's good. That's fine, man. That is fine. That's the reason why we get so many views. It's the reason why we are the #1 sports organization in the entire globe. Thanks to y'all who are not Cowboys fans helping us out.
Yep. And just like Tupac, baby, you know, it's sad they saw Tupac murdered before the Cowboys won another Super Bowl. But anyway, just like Tupac, baby, RIP, all eyes on us tonight. Monday Night Football, the Cowboys are wrapping it up on prime time, back-to-back prime time games. Don't argue with me. Go argue with your mammy. I'm BG. This is my guy, Bob. We're going to go live, win, lose, or tie. This has been the 6th edition of the pre-show in the trenches. We'll be live after the fact Any parting words of wisdom before we get out of here, Bob?
Hail Mary.
Run with me. Cowboys coming quick. See, will they win tonight? Tune in live, baby. Here. We'll see y'all live on the halftime tap in, baby. It's been week 6 in the trenches. We'll see y'all after the game. How about them Cowboys?
Go Cowboys.